Greetings everyone, I am the goddess known as Jackie Gates. So I have a question for you. Do you have ebooks that you've downloaded and you haven't read? Maybe the first few pages? Do you have ebooks that you've bought and never read? I have. Do you have courses that you've purchased, never completed? Do you have to-do lists with more things unchecked than checked? That's where I've been. I came to the conclusion that I've actually been uncoachable. Not so much in that I can't be taught. I take in information really easily and I love to learn. I love to read. I love to listen to people talking. I just don't do. What sparked this was that on a CD that I get with the Success magazine, there was an old recording by Jim Rohn, the late great Jim Rohn. And he said on there, just casually, how many people in this room, obviously he's talking to the audience, how many people in this room will actually sit down and do their goal setting and use what I'm teaching you here? Very few, he says. And that really just struck me. There were people sitting in that room that had paid hundreds of dollars probably to listen to one of the geniuses of business success of our time, and yet they weren't going to use what he taught them, what they'd paid to hear. And I thought, how stupid was that? And then I thought, well, I'm doing exactly the same thing. And that was a major revelation. Because, you know, for example, Mike Dillard has just brought out a big course on how to cope with information overload. What's working now? And I sort of got to thinking that the way that I can cope with what I've also been thinking of as information overload is just to find out what I need to do and do it. You see, I can have all the lists in the world, but unless I actually start doing something, I'm not going to see any results. I noticed that when I was cleaning up all the debris from my previous MLM, all the stuff that I'd bought to help me, but I'd never used them. So there's a lot of self-help out there. There's a lot of information. It can be overwhelming. But we all know what we need to do. There's a book Randy Gage wrote, Why You're Dumb, Sick and Broke. And it's basically because we don't do what we know we should be doing. So, I have held myself accountable. To you, to myself, to my family. I have made up a spreadsheet of the things that I need to do each day that will have a huge impact when they accumulate. At the moment they seem like baby steps, they seem like little things. It's like a drop in a bucket, you know. But over time, I know that they will have an effect if I do them, if they're consistent. I don't need more information. I have everything I need, really. And if I do find that there's a little hole, I have people that I can ask. What I need now is to get off my tail and actually do something. So, if you're in the same position as I am, you have lists unchecked, you have books unread, and you're feeling like nothing's working, the reasons nothing's working is because we're not working. Joe Schroeder says you don't have to get it right, you just have to get it going. So, let's get going with what we already have. Diane Hochman mentioned the other day, if you just do what you know you can do, you'll see an amazing result. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope you have a very productive day and a goddess-worthy week.